Okay, today's video is for the idiots that are in our Congress and Senate, to put it mildly. You all remind me, the way you act, very similar to the Mensa Club that's in New York City, in Manhattan. They used to hate it when I came in there. The guy who used to be considered their chess champion. I used to go in there, go around visiting people and play him, and he couldn't understand how come he couldn't beat me. He spent so much time thinking about what to do, he had no idea what to do. The math people used to hate how I could come in there and I could do a complicated calculus problem which would take them hours, and I'd do it in minutes. And philosophy, oh, the fun I had with philosophy. Those people in philosophy, they could quote Plato, they could quote Socrates, they could quote the other ones, but they couldn't see past the nose on their face. And Congress and Senate, you are the same as those. You think you're so smart, you know so much, you have screwed everything up. Plain and simple, let me put it to you this way. Maybe you could understand this. You give a rich man $1 million, what's he going to do? He's going to stick it in his pocket and run, hoping that the idiot who handed him the $1 million doesn't realize how stupid he was. And that's exactly what you did, bailing out all these banks and everything. You didn't need to do that. Look at what they're doing. You did absolutely nothing. Oh, you went on a promise. If I give you the money, if I save you, promise me to help these foreclosures. No. And you could have spent a lot less money and done the job yourself. But like everything else you do in Congress, both the House and the Senate, you're too lazy to do the job right. You're too idiotic and too much of a moron to doggone understand the simple truth of economics. I said stop all foreclosures. Stop them. Now take the remaining of the top money, if you got enough brains to figure out how to do this, and use the IRS. Now why the IRS? You put it under the Department of Treasury. But they know what everybody makes. They know who can and who cannot. They know who's losing their houses. Stop the foreclosures. Go into the banks and buy up these mortgages that are on foreclosures. Now, if a person is flipping houses, sorry, mister, I can't help you there. And people who own multiple homes, you let them choose one home. Then, you get down with everybody. You buy up their mortgages, and then the IRS knows what they make and knows what they can afford and not afford to pay. Sit down and work out a payment plan. Until the economy improves or their financial position improves, you work with the individuals, you own the mortgage, they own the property. The federal government cannot own private property, but the federal government can hold on to their mortgage. Assist them. Now, I'm not saying you keep their mortgage. No. Once their financial situation improves, you put their mortgage back on the market. You probably could sell it for a profit and make back some of the doggone money you idiots gave away. All you need to do is to stop the foreclosures. Put the money at the bottom and let it work its way up. Putting the money at the top only goes in the pockets of the people at the top. You haven't figured that out? I've known that since I was a kid. But then, what do you want? I'm not a moron or idiot like these people in Congress who don't know what they're doing and trying to walk around and pretending they do. You remind me of those men's people in New York. They couldn't exist in life if they had to. They only know this little bit. And the rest of the world, they're a complete moron to. A good example of that would be Albert Einstein. Comes to physics, he was a genius. Everything else, he was a stupid idiot. In Congress, come to running a government, you're an idiot. I have yet to see any congressman on C-SPAN that could show me that they have any intelligence above that of a third grader. They listen to idiots and morons. I mean, listen to some of the things you guys are saying. Oh, if we put too many people on the island, it's going to flip over. That's just the latest. I could go on and on. But, no, I'm not going to. What I'm telling you is to stop foreclosures. Use the IRS. Why the IRS? Because the IRS knows everything financially about anybody and everybody, including myself and you all. The IRS knows these people that are in trouble. The IRS knows these people that need help. You go to the bank and you buy those foreclosures. You're going to get them at a discounted rate. And if they don't want to release them, then let the banks fold. Tell them you demand your money back that they got immediately. They'll release them. Believe me, if it's giving you back $60 billion immediately or selling you that foreclosure at a reduced rate, they're going to sell that foreclosure to you at a reduced rate. Because remember, all loans, they say there, the bottom line, can be demanded in full. You have the power now to control and get the foreclosures. So stop the foreclosures. That is the beginning of turning the economy around. If you don't realize that, then you are twice as stupid as I think you should. I'm saying. You need to realize, Congress, both the House and the Senate, to rebuild this economy, we have to build it from the bottom up. Remember, if you give a rich man $1 million, he runs with it. Hopes you're not stupid enough to realize the mistake you made till he's gone. You give a poor man a home to live in, he'll earn an income to keep it. Work with them. Stop the American families from losing their homes. You can do it. You still have enough top funds to do it. And it could have been done a long time ago at a lot cheaper rate. So bottom line, Congress, and the rest of you people out there, start demanding it from Congress. Tell them, don't waste our money giving it to rich. Use it. Use it to shore up our economy. Use it to keep people from losing their homes. Work with them. Work out a type of payments back they can give you. Maybe all they could pay is, maybe they have a home and they got like a $1,200, $1,300 payment, and all they can afford to pay right now is $50 a month. Charge them no interest, zero interest, and they pay back $50 a month. As their economic increases, bring it up till you get a standard loan up to about 5.5%, and making decent payments. And then when they're sound, and you know they're sound, you put their mortgage on the market. That's what you need to do. You don't own the property. You're helping them to keep their property. You're working there with them through the mortgage you had acquired. You're not in the loan business. You're in the nation building business. And that's what it's all about right now. Stop these foreclosures and start building this nation back up. This is JD. You think Congress, both the House and Senate, are smart enough to listen to this time? I've heard them mention it a couple times. Remember, Department of Treasury, IRS, can do the job and do it very easily. Especially if we would go to the sales tax and get rid of this income tax, which is a farce and so screwed up and so many loopholes. Thank you. This is JD.